Undergraduate School of Education offers 13 master programs and 2 doctoral programs, right? Which areas of study do these programs cover? Technology, policy in education, innovation? Which are the strengths of the school?
So we have, I think, three big strengths. That we have a lot of diversity in our programs. Leadership is kind of a central strength, and I think we have one of the most exciting new doctoral programs in education, which is a 3-year EDLD, which means the Doctorate of Education Leadership. And that doctorate is a 3-year program where the first 2 years are coursework and the development of an educational innovation, and the 3rd year is a implementation of that educational innovation in the field with close mentorship. So that doctorate is aimed at transforming the field of education. But we also have leadership emphasis in our research doctorate, the EDD, and in several of our master's programs. And then 2 other areas that we have that are strengths are human development, where we have emphases on a variety of the issues around learning, teaching, and the contexts of education, whether they are aspects of cultures and communities in education, international education, the study of mind-brain in education, which is kind of the new exciting research in the biological factors and neuroscience and what that means for education, as well as arts and education and some other programs. The third area of strength is policy evaluation. So we train our students, many of whom actually become education policymakers themselves. We train them in the conceptualization and design and implementation and evaluation of policies relevant to education.
Okay, okay. And do these programs, do they have an international approach? I mean, would a Brazilian student be able to come back to Brazil and use the knowledge, the things they learned there in Brazil?
Yes. So in addition to an international education policy program that Professor Fernando Reimers directs, we have emphases on global issues, on issues of migration, for example, or culture, or inequality, many of the issues that the educational system in Brazil is struggling with, which might be issues of inequality, they might be issues of violence prevention, they might be issues of effective education management and systems. Those, I think, are all of relevance to Brazil, and we have a large number of faculty doing work outside of North America, and quite a few Latin American projects, including some projects in Brazil.
Great. So Brazilian students could apply to all of them, not only to the one that has international in the
That's
name?
Right. That's
okay.
right. Yes.
That's perfect. And Brazil is in a good moment now, we could say, economically and in the world. Everyone wants to study Brazil. How is the Harvard Graduate School of Education interested in Brazil? Do you want to attract Brazilian students? Do they have good chances in the selection process?
Yes, certainly. As a rapidly expanding nation, you know, really a new leader in the world, Brazilian students are one group that we are especially interested in recruiting. Of course, the Lemann Fellowship is a wonderful opportunity, but we overall welcome students to apply from Brazil. I think they provide a really important perspective to our students from the United States to really think about education in our new globalized world, to think about what our education systems can learn from each other. So I think this is a really exciting opportunity for us, as well as hopefully for students from Brazil.
Great. And what do you want to see in applications of candidates? I mean, what do you expect from a student? What would you like them to look like their careers, and what do they have to do to go to the Harvard Graduate School?
So if students who are interested in applying to the Harvard Graduate School of Education go on our website, the first thing they see is that our mission is work at the nexus of practice, policy, and research. So a good profile for a student is a student who expresses interest, certainly, for example, not in research for the sake of research, but research for applications to educational practice and policy. Or a student who demonstrates knowledge of the practice world in education and wants to integrate that in a new way with research and educational science, for example, or the social sciences. So those are, I think, our examples. Those are exactly the same things we look for in our faculty. So our faculty are doing work that integrates the worlds of practice, policy, and research, and so that's what we look for in our students.
Thank you very much for your time and for coming to Brazil to promote this school as well.
Thanks so much. I've had a wonderful time here.